What is up everybody, I'm Mear and welcome back to another episode on the Kingdom Chronicles server, and today is week 2 of our terraforming project over in that direction, right behind me right now. And before we can start with that, I'll need to ask Raskhol a few questions because he is in charge of most of this area and I think he has some plans for it, so we'll need to listen to him, to what he has in mind, and adapt our plans to that. Hi.
Hi.
So, last episode I did this.
Yeah, I saw it. It was marvelous.
Thank you. And I was thinking, well, this pathway needs to go somewhere.
Yep.
So, I was thinking of taking it to the castle, all the way along here, and then just follow that down to the castle area, to the shrine area.
Wait! I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh, dang it.
The issue that we're gonna have here is that landmass over there is Blue's area. So this water right here is not to be disturbed in any way because it's like middle terrain. No one gets the claim.
Okay.
So working a pathway, it's gonna be really narrow and steep here, and I don't think it's gonna look that good. What my idea was to block this area off with houses and stuff like that, and just to close them off with a cliff right here, and to get the access to the castle area through a cave sort of thing right here, and build it diagonally instead of in a straight line. And also what I was thinking of doing with that cave is getting market tools, you know, like not as a black market, but more of those like fish trades and like everyday goods, you know, something like that. So what do you think?
Can I propose my plan first before we decide?
Yep.
So my plan is going with the pathway along this way, and it won't be too narrow because I was thinking of expanding it a little bit over here, but with some wooden bridges.
Okay.
And I fell down. And then and just continue it and then go down to the shrine area.
Okay.
And that would be the
do that as well.
First pathway, and then the second one, because I made 2 gates, one over there and one over there. We could just make a decent pathway straight to the shrine, and that there's plenty of room for houses here, and if you want to make a semi-black market, you can do that as well.
Yeah. I was thinking of filling this entire area with houses like next to each other without spacing in between, you know, maybe 3 to 4 different designs and just cramming them all together to create like a huge mess. House on top of a house, you know,
Placing on top
like
of each other,
yeah, something like that. More like Netherlands.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
I can go take a look. That's not that far off from me. So.
Yeah.
Do I have the green light to build my pathway around this side?
Yes, of course, build it.
Great. You can still build the gate, but you'll need to build it yourself.
Of course, I'm gonna TNT it.
Watch out for like. I put a lot of effort into that wall.
I'm gonna go around these roots. Don't worry. The roots of the tree are not to be disturbed, so don't worry about your tree.
Also, this flower needs to stay there. Don't disturb the flowers, okay?
Okay. Okay. No touching the flowers. Right.
No touching. Alright, we have Raskhol's consent for our plans. And before we can start working on our plans, we need to terraform the area a little bit before we can place in the pathway over here. There's some random desert spread over here that looks a bit weird. There's some sharp edges. There's just this transition is not that great at all. And then the worst part is this mountain. It doesn't look that great, does it? So we need to fix all of that, and with the magic of editing, that's just gonna take a couple of seconds. Magic. Okay, so I did a little bit of terraforming here and there, and nothing too major. I've got a lot of work to do still, but I want to put in this pathway first, and it's gonna go along this way, and then go over here, and then over here where I was thinking, should I make a different kind of design pathway for the desert area? And I think that would make sense. So it might just actually I don't have any grass blocks, but we can still use the paw block. That will blend in quite nicely, but I don't think we can use like these darker colors like the spruce planks and the spruce logs. I don't think those would work, so I should try and come up with something else for those. And I was thinking we might put in some like what's it called, birch. That would look kind of nice, but that might be a bit too light. So maybe we should try with oak. I think oak would look pretty good as well. That's some things I'll just need to figure out, and I'll play around with that off camera. But we also need to work a little bit on this transition over here, because this just goes from dirt boom to sand, and it's a bit too rough, so we need to extend this with a few dirt blocks and a bit of mixing in between colors and stuff like that. But I want to put this pathway in first, so I need to make a few decisions, and I'll make this all look good. And once I get back to you, I hope we'll have a finished pathway. The complete pathway is now in place, and I had some help from Raskhol, because he's kind of supervising the area while I'm building this, and he helped me out with this ditch over here because he thought that the pathway was too flat, and I've gotta say that was quite a smart idea. And then over here we've got this little bridge wooden structure thing, and that looks really cool. And then it comes down onto this area, and this is where we'll leave it off. And then next episode we'll make the main road, which will go from this area all the way to the other gate. But now we need to detail this area a little bit, but before we do that, I want to make sure that everything around this pathway looks good. Especially the cliffside over here, because that over there, that doesn't look so good. And I want to make that look pretty before we add in little details, and that will finish off the build completely. I just cleaned up the hill a bit, because that was looking the best. If I threw in any other material in here, it would look a little bit weird. So I just kept it at that and threw in some leaves, because leaves always make things better. And now it's time to put in some more of them. I'm gonna put a little mound over here, and I think that's looking nice. And then this is my absolute favorite way to make a bush. It's just placing some of these in random spots. And let's actually extend this one a little bit over here. And that's gonna make a nice little bush. There we go. It doesn't need to be more, and once these grow, it's gonna look amazing. Let's put it, no. Here, yeah. That's gonna look amazing. Just believe me on that. And then we're gonna throw in some little details. I don't know about cactuses though, but I do think even the leaves will look really good in the desert, because they got this like really annoying color. I think it's really annoying. We can't place these sweet berries, unfortunately. Well, we can just make some mounds of leaves, I guess. How's that look? Let's do it like this. How's that looking? Yeah, that's fine. That's definitely fine. Ooh, we could place some of these in. Oh, I don't have shears. Could place some of these in instead of like the berry bushes. That would look nice. And then I also want to fit in a little bench, and I think the best way to place that is over here. Let's place in a little bench. So, boom, and then. Oops, that's the wrong way. And now I'm breaking everything. Great. There we go, we got a little bench, and I think that looks really cute. It's nice. And that just adds in a little bit of detail. I do think we need a bit of more shrubbery over here, and let's say this is a good spot for it. So let's go over here and then spam some leaves down. That's too much. That's too much. Don't make it too much now. And let's go. Boom. There we go. And we need to add some to the back because it looks a bit weird. Nice. And let's call it done. There we go. That's a big push for just one log. That's nice. Now we can also add in some dead bushes once I get some, because I don't have shears. But yeah, I think this is actually good enough to finish off this area. I might bone meal a bit and just change some bits around the edges, but I do think that's good enough, and that is also gonna be good enough for this episode on the Kingdom Chronicles server. If you liked it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, bye.